Hi, welcome to my channel, and this is the continuation of our Gravetour of Departed Presidents series. In this video, we return to Libingan ng mga Bayani in search of former Commander-in-Chief of this country that is interred in this part of Taguig City. Come, join us to remember, celebrate the life, and visit the final resting place of the 12th President of the Philippines here at Libingan ng mga Bayani in Taguig. Libingan ng mga Bayani was first established in May 1947 as the final resting place of Philippine military personnel that served and fought in World War II against the Japanese forces. In April 1986, then-President Cory Aquino approved the allocation of cemetery plots within Libingan ng mga Bayani that expanded to include past Commander-in-Chief, national artists, national scientists, and Medal of Valor awardees. Located at the northern corner of the cemetery is the block where the former presidents of the Republic are interred, including the 12th Commander-in-Chief, President Fidel Ramos. Fidel Valdez Ramos was born on the 18th March 1928 in Lingayen, Pangasinan, but grew up in Asingan Town. Ramos was the son of Ambassador Narciso Ramos of Asingan, Pangasinan, and Angela Valdez of Patak, Ilocos Norte. He was the brother of former Senator Leticia Ramos Shahani and maternal second cousin of former President Ferdinand Edralin Marcos. After finishing high school in Manila, Ramos was accepted and went to the United States Military Academy at West Point in New York, where he graduated with Bachelor of Science in Military Engineering in 1950. He also earned master's degree in civil engineering at the University of Illinois. Later, Ramos took and landed 8th place overall in the 1953 Civil Engineering Board examination held in Manila. Ramos' military service started in early 1950 and was a member of Philippine 20th Battalion Combat Team of the Philippine Expeditionary Forces to Korea, or PEF-TOC, that fought in Korean War from 1951 to 1952. Then Lieutenant Ramos was one of the heroes of the Battle of Hill Erie, where he led a 44-man 2nd Reconnaissance Platoon to sabotage the enemy position at Hill Erie in May of 1952.
I was assigned as the reconnaissance platoon leader of the reconnaissance company. We took a railroad that took us the 38th parallel, where the Green Echelon of the 20th Battalion Combat Team, PEF-TOC. During the 3rd week of May, our battalion decided that it is now or never. And I was picked by the battalion commander to lead the assault. I was assigned to do this with my platoon of about 40-45 men. After about 2 hours of creeping and crawling, we saw really more clearly the enemy fortifications, which were our targets. And we continued advancing upward. When we were too close to the enemy positions of the enemy one by one, and we attacked them with rifle fire, with bayonets, and in some cases with demolitions, until I determined that the enemy resistance had died down. And I started accounting for my men, and I found out that they were all present, accounted for. I was very proud of the fact that we accomplished our mission.
Ramos also served as non-combat civil military engineer in Vietnam War from 1965 to 1968. Ramos rose through the ranks in the Philippine military and became chief of PC, which he served from 1972 to 1986. His other services in the military were acting AFE Chief of Staff from October 1984 to December 1985. AFP Vice Chief of Staff from January 1986 to February 1986, when General Fabian Ber was reinstated as AFP Chief after his acquittal from the Aquino Galman double murder case.
It was one of the most iconic moments of the 1986 EDSA revolution, eventually defined the legacy of former President Fidel V. Ramos, a legacy and an important part of Philippine history.
After the EDSA People's Power Revolution, Ramos was reappointed by Cory Aquino as AFP Chief of Staff, which is served until January of 1988. In January 1988, Ramos was appointed as Defense Chief to replace Rafael Ileto, which he served from January 1988 to July of 1992. In December 1991, Ramos declared his intention to run for president for the May 1992 national election. However, he lost to Speaker Ramon Mitra for the party nomination as LDP standard bearer. Few days later, Ramos established his own party, Partido Lakas Tao, to run as president with Cebu Governor Emilio Osmeña as his running mate. Ramos won the seven-way race in the May 1992 presidential election with lowest plurality victory in Philippine history of just 23.58% of the vote, defeating his closest rival, then Agrarian Reform Secretary Miriam Defensor Santiago, who obtained 19.72% of the votes.
Ako si Fidel Valdez Ramos, ay mataimtim na nanunumpa na tutuparin ko ng buong katapatan at sigasig ang aking mga tungkulin bilang Pangulo ng Pilipinas. Pangangalagaan at ipagtatanggol ang kanyang konstitusyon, ipatutupad ang mga batas nito, magiging makatarungan sa bawat tao at itatalaga ang aking sarili sa paglilingkod sa bansa. Kasihan nawa ko ng Diyos. Maraming salamat po.
Ramos served as Commander-in-Chief from end June 1992 to end June 1998. After his presidency ended in mid-1992, Ramos established the Ramos Foundation for Peace and Development, a non-profit, non-partisan, and non-stock organization dedicated to promote peace and development in the Philippines and the larger Asia-Pacific region. Ramos died on the 31st July 2022 while on confinement at Makati Medical Center because of complications from COVID-19 virus. He was 94. In the next episodes, we will post the video of the continuation of our visit of Manila North Cemetery and Libingan ng mga Bayani Taguig. Later in this channel, we will also post more Gravetour videos including Loyola Memorial Park in Marikina and in Parañaque. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe if you like my channel. See you in our next Gravetour of the famous episodes.